Okay, so there was an like a happening because I live upstairs in a house, and downstairs there is a tenant, right? So I had noticed that there was some shouting or whatever, and I looked out the window, and the gentleman was angry at his new date or girlfriend or something like that. And I instantly was triggered, and I ran outside the house, and I ran downstairs, and I demanded he open the door, which he did, and I demanded that he step out of the car, like a police officer or something. I demanded he step out of the car. I was like, just go for a walk, man. Go for a walk, chill, calm down. I was like, shouldn't even be driving in this condition. And then the female lady was like, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. And she's all crying and stuff. And he's gonna take me home. And I was like, ugh. I was like, okay. And he's like, I'm just gonna take her home, whatever. And I was like, all right. Um, so then later on, I see her again. She'd come back, and I had a chance to speak with her, and I asked her, I was like, I've seen so and so, get beaten up. And I was like, there's no issue there, is there? There's no, like, nothing I should be worried about. And I said, I gave you my card, right? Do you still have it? She said, yes. And I was like, well, if there's any issues, just please text me or something like that. And like, as if I know that I could do anything to prevent anything, right? Since when do I do that every time? It was the same for like a little girl too. I seen her one time. There was a family walking by the house, and this girl, she's like crying, and I don't know, she maybe about 6 or so, and she's sitting on the concrete, and her dad's trying to get her up, and her brother's acting all embarrassed and saying sorry to, the person downstairs that was in the garage. And then I go running out. I grabbed whatever I could grab. It's just this like little metallic dream catcher thing, and with feathers and stuff. And I grab that, and then I run downstairs, and I go over to her, and I was like, I just held it in front of her face, and she didn't even see my face. And I was like, it caught her attention. And I was like, can you do me a favor? I was like, can you stand up, please? Just for a moment. Can you stand up for me? And then she like kind of stopped crying. She stood up, and then I looked at her. I was like, I need you to just breathe. I said, I don't know what's got you so upset, but I need you to just for a second breathe, okay? And I said, you can have this. I'm going to give you this. And I said, whatever it is that's upsetting you next time, I said, just breathe, okay? And then her dad was like saying thank you. And then her brother is like, thank you. And then I give it to her. And then I come upstairs, like the same thing. Every time I see that stuff, I automatically feel like I gotta rush over and friggin' be like the savior complex issue I got going on. And I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that with every single person. I feel so compelled. I realize I trace this all the way back to when I was like really little and witnessing certain things play out and feeling like I was responsible automatically, that I needed to do whatever I needed to do to resolve this situation, to be like the mediator or to be like the fixer, right? And to try to mend people or fix the situation. And I can just imagine little inner child me. I can just imagine her trying to like console, my mother or console my father when they were going through the divorce and everything, and how effed up things were. And I can just imagine any animosity, any chaos, any drama or violence or anything like that. I can just imagine tiny little me trying to like resolve shit. And it was really, it's sad. It's sad, but that just gives you a bit more backstory. But yeah, uh, I don't know what else I could possibly say about that. It's not necessary, no. Do I still feel compelled at times? Yes, especially when even at my friend's son's birthday party. There were an extra pair of shoes I bought him for his birthday, but he's too little. They wouldn't have fit him for a few years. And then there was this other kid, and there was a splash pad. And the parents were like, oh, we forgot his runners, or we forgot his water shoes or something. I was like, here. And then I took the tag off, and I said, Vanessa, don't worry about it. He's not going to fit in them right now anyways. And I gave it to them, and it fit the kid perfectly. And they're like, thank you so much, right? And then there was an autistic boy there at the party as well. And I was literally without words showing him by looking him in the eyes how to wipe his mouth. And then he started to mimic me. And then they're like, oh, he's never done that before. It's like I'd be good with kids, but I don't have children. And it's just like I feel like I gotta do all this stuff. I don't know if that's necessary. Even now, putting this stuff up on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, I just hoping I can help other people. And then even just saying that, oh, am I full of myself? No, not really. You know, I've been through it, so why not? If I can, why not? Why not help another person out? Why not? You know, I shouldn't get involved in drama or anything like that, but why not help? Why the fuck not? I mean, if you're not going out of your way, if you have a second, you have time. Why not? I understand energy is precious, you know, but some people fucking need it. I personally needed it. When I was down and out, when I was going through my hardest time, you know, and I did pull my energy away from people that didn't give two fucks about me. And even still, I haven't heard from some of them. Nothing positive anyways. I've blocked most of them out. But I've had to cheerlead my own self on. So if I can do that, or I can help somebody else out, or prevent something, you know, why not?